Hello YouTube! Greetings from the Lazy Eyebrow Reviewer. So today I want to show you how I make stages in the custom creator of Brawl to make, hyper-realistic stages. I know a lot of people have made stage builder thingies, and that's great. There's nothing wrong with that, but I don't find they're overly realistic. I've already made a few, but I'm going to show you how I do it. So to start off, you need to pick a stage. So using my emulator, I'm going to load up Super Smash Brothers for the N64 and all that jazz. And it starts, and that's great. So you'll need to set up your controller so you can have two players going, because you need two players for a very specific reason. We'll just crank up the lives here, because we need that. And you're going to pick Mario. There's a reason you're going to pick Mario, but I'll get into that later. It has to be two Marios. Let's remake Hyrule Castle because it's a pretty common stage. And we boot up, and that's great. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take your characters to the opposite ends of the stages. The more spaced out they are, the better. We'll just make them over here. So that's about where we want it. So the system, how do we so F3 is your screenshot tool, so you're going to go jump, jump, and F3. Except that was a terrible one, so let's just do, oh my goodness, there's a tornado. Okay, we're going to take Wario over here. Come on. It's a lot harder than it looks. I'm just going to cut to where we are going to use the screenshot. Okay, we're going to try again. We got this about right where we want it. You hit F3 for your screenshot, or whatever it is you want to do for a screenshot. Basically, you need a screenshot of this stage. So, screenshot taken. So that's great. We don't need this anymore. We're going to go to our screenshots. We don't need the first one because that failed. Going to take this one. We're going to copy it. Or what? Come on, copy. There we are. Cut it. I've already created a folder called Smash Bros. Customs. I'm going to be working on Melee stages and Brawl stages. I've already made a few N64 stages. So we're just going to make a new folder, and we're just going to call that video stuff. Should be called tutorial. Whatever. We're going to paste the picture. And there we are. We can close this now. The other thing you're going to need, message me if you want these. I've made a few. I've made small, medium, and large, but I've made them as GIMP folders. So Hyrule is a large stage, so we're going to click large in the GIMP. And what this is the grid from the custom stage creator. And I've created it so that it's, here's your middle, and there's your middle axis. This is your green line, where the camera just stops traveling. And then this is your death zone area. Now, if we notice on Smash Brothers, let's just go into stage creator here. I'm going to create a stage, make it large. Background, sure. I'm going to go to Zelda. That's probably good. So in the stage creator, we're going to zoom in as much as we can, turn on the grid, and you'll notice in the grid, they're a cutout of Mario, which is why we had to do Mario in the N64 stages. So Mario, he fits in a little box of about 2 blocks wide, 3 blocks high. So if you use your grid, you'll know that Mario in the game is this wide by this high. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our N64 stage that we just took a picture of. We're going to edit that with GIMP. It's going to show up here. We're going to take our grid, hit Control A to grab it all, Control C, Control V, and put that to a new layer. And then let's zoom in a bit to Mario. So now you notice this isn't quite in scale yet. We're going to do that. So take your adjust tool, click it once, lock it together to make, maintain aspect ratio and all that. And then we're just going to take it and we're going to make it bigger. Going to click scale. So now if we drag it, you'll notice that Mario is now within the 2 block by 3 block high little area that he shows up over here in your stage builder. So now that we've got that, we're going to zoom out. We're going to take our move tool and we're going to move the stage until we find an appropriate area to do it. This seems about good. Probably want it centered. Try and line all the places up the best you can. And that should be good right about there. So now you've got this picture. You're going to export the picture, overwrite it, export, we'll go back to the picture, and now we've got our grid. We can zoom in and all that stuff. So as you can see here, it's not perfectly lined up. When I'm actually, the real picture is better. You know what, let's just go to the real picture that I actually used. Hyrule large. There, that's a better representation. As you can see here, it starts about here. I just, in my head, snap it to the nearest cross-section point. And from there, you can count however many, I don't know, I'm not going to count that right now, how many squares over it is. You'll start here. And in the stage builder, you'll make it point. And then you'll count, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, so 17 squares over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. And then on the picture, count 1, 2, 3, 4 over, and 1, 2, 3 up. So 1, 2, 3, 4 over, 1, 2, 3 up. And then, obviously, we're not going to count the rest because all you got to do is complete that shape. For the Hyrule Castle area, I've made this the green section here thingy. And then the rest of it, well, you'll just make that brick thing. Oh, no, undo that. Quit it. I'd have to change it first. So change it just to the brick thing and you can do that. So that's that. That's really all you have to do is just match up your grid that you've lined up in the photos to where, it corresponds on your stage builder. So when you do that, would you like to save? No. You can build pretty much any stage you want using that grid. Back out of here. So I've already made N64 Hyrule Castle. We'll just test it, and you can see what you can make. You can pretty much do anything with the stage builder. I find it incredibly more versatile than the Brawl version. And, using it the way you just did, you get stages like this, which are super realistic. They're about the same scale as they were in the N64. The characters are the right size. The only thing really you're missing are shapes that you can draw right here to make that castle spire in the N64 edition. The stage builder doesn't have things where you can draw things behind a stage and have them not matter, but it's kind of okay. I don't mind it. I mean, I love this stage. The stage is great. It's to scale, and that's what you want. I mean, other stages I've built so far are the N64 Hyrule Castle, there's the Yoshi's Island, or Yoshi's Story, or whatever. Let's load that up. And really all you have to do is just line up your grid with your character, overlay that over your photo, make it all match up, and you have a 2-scale representation of a stage from the N64. I'll be working on melee stages next if you are interested in that. I'll probably be posting them too. Anyway, this has been the Lazy Eyebrow Reviewer signing off.